All right, let's get this work done, huh? This is the Cardon Solutions Podcast. I am your host of the Cardon Solutions Podcast. My name is David Bradley, Senior Sales and Marketing Manager with Grant Cardon. Today's episode, we're going to talk about failure. In fact, the top 3 ways that you can fail, guaranteed. But before we get started, let's talk about who is bringing you the Cardon Solutions Podcast. But let's also talk about what is the Cardon Solutions Podcast. So if you are brand new, if this is the first time you're listening, let me do this first. Let me say thank you so much for being here. Welcome. Appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything moving forward. And after you've listened to it, if you've gotten some value from it, if it has helped you, know this. It may help somebody else too. So please feel free to share it. Let's build an audience. Let's build a tribe. What we do on the Cardon Solutions Podcast is we take Grant Cardon's articles, we take his blog post, we take a couple tweets, we take an Instagram post, we take the content that he is pushing out into the universe and making sure that you are getting full value from it. 85% of what we do here, 100% free. Service will always be senior to selling, and give are some core tenements that we have at Cardon Training Technology. So the purpose of the Cardon Solutions Podcast is to make sure you're pulling full value from that content that we're putting out, and that you can apply it and use it in your sales and your business and your life to do what? 10x your sales, your business, and your life. So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about the top 3 ways you and me, anyone, can fail. And these top 3 ways will basically guarantee failure. That's right, guarantee it. Okay? So, why or who sponsors, more like what? What sponsors the Cardon Solutions Podcast? Well, we have one main one. Cardon University. This is the #1 sales and business training platform in the galaxy. That's right, the galaxy. I don't even know what else is out there, but I guarantee you nobody out there has a better training platform than we do. It's the #1 sales and business training platform on the planet. 15 to 30% new business in the first 90 days is a pretty common occurrence here, especially when you follow Grant Cardon's proprietary formula for training your team. If you're so inclined, I would be happy to get you some free access to Cardon University, run you through the 4 steps, and then let you go play with it for 7 days so you can make sense of it and see if it's even worth putting in your organization. I know it will be, but ultimately that's your decision. So for more information on that, feel free to visit cardonsolutions.com/10x your team. All right, so nitty and gritty time. Let's get into the top 3 ways that you can fail. These are top 3 ways you can fail, and it is literally, as I said a moment ago, guaranteed. If you do these 3 things, failure is imminent. These 3 ways to fail will spell failure in any area of your life. So I mentioned a second ago, 10x your sales, your life, and your business. Do these 3 things in any of those 3 areas, fail, okay? So you want to be on the lookout for them. Not only at work, but at home, at the gym, with your friends, at your church, everywhere. I'm going to list them out for you real quick, and then we'll break them down one at a time and dig a little deeper. Fair enough? All right, here we go. Top 3 ways to fail guaranteed. #1, complain only. 2, blame everyone and everything but you. And then #3, never, ever be grateful. So let's break these down just a little bit deeper, okay? Before we get too much further, we should also take a look at the word failure. So failure can be defined as a lack of success or the omission of expected or required action. Then there's this. When you look at the etymology of the word failure, it's based on a Latin word that means deceive. So keeping in mind that success, which is the opposite of failure, is your, as Grant Cardone teaches, your ethical duty, obligation, and responsibility, is it any wonder that when you allow yourself to fail, it is a deception of your true nature and your true potential. And this also implies that you left something out. Remember, another Cardone quote, there is no failure until you quit. So, let's go deep on how you can guarantee epic failure. One was, remember what it was? Complain only. Only complain, okay? But let's be honest. Who doesn't like to complain a little bit, right? I know I do. It feels good sometimes, right? You just let it all out, right? Complaining, it can be cathartic. Sometimes you just need to bitch and moan a little bit. I get it. I've done it. I do it. And I'll probably do it again. And when we're done complaining, guess what? That's right. Whatever it is we're complaining about, it's still going to be there. That's why you can't drink your problems away either. They're going to be right where you left them when you sober up, when you stop complaining. Okay? It just numbs you to the reality and it blurs the solution. And complaining, that too can be addicting. Who do you know? Who'd you just think of? I know you thought of somebody, right? Who do you know who is addicted to complaining? So your tip of the day is just don't be that guy or don't be that gal, right? I mean, seriously. So if you have a complaint, make sure that you're bringing a solution to go with it. Complaint. Hi, I'd like a complaint, please, with a solution on the side. With a side of solution. Okay? So complaining, it doesn't help the situation. Never has. Never will. Solutions, though, that helps. Okay? So do ideas. So less complaining, more solutions and ideas, please. Okay? So, number two. What's number two? Blame everyone and everything but you. I mean, God forbid you take full responsibility for everything that happens in your life. Grant Cardone is going to teach you. He's going to tell you that you are the reason why things happen to you. Here's what he says, verbatim. Nothing happens to you. It happens because of you. So when things aren't quite going your way, it may be very easy to blame the weather, the economy, a specific politician, your spouse, your illiterate manager, whoever, okay? But the reality is, at the end of the day, this is 100% on you. If you're not in control of your life, then who is? Winners win because they cause the win. So another solid Cardonism is this, right out of the 10X rule. Blame is the energy that makes slaves. It's a powerful statement. And more importantly, it's an empowering statement. The moment you blame another person for anything, you assign them power. And you limit your ability to find a solution. And so you waste resources and energy. So knock that off. Okay? Third thing. Remember what the third one was? Never, ever be grateful. One of my favorite people to walk planet Earth was a man named Wayne Dyer. And he has a movie that he put out called The Shift. And we see Wayne getting out of bed first thing in the morning. He's a graduate of BSU, beat the sun up. Okay, he gets up before the sun, just like Grant. And we see him getting out of bed. And he's uttering the words, thank you. He says it 3 times. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is now, after seeing that, what I see on my alarm. My phone is my alarm. When my phone goes off in the morning, that's what I see, to remind me to be grateful every single day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I have incorporated this habit into my life. And for me, I don't know what it'll do for you, but for me, it has given me a greater sense of purpose and added passion to my day. So I would invite you, or suggest that you do, find yourself just a couple minutes, maybe even 30 seconds at the start of your day, and then also at the end of your day, to just say thank you for everything that you've encountered. All the good, all the bad. All the bad things that have happened in your life have gotten you to who you are right now. And who you are right now is a magnificent specimen of a human being. Now, since we're talking about failure, keep in mind as you journey through your success that you're either winning or you're learning. And once you start to see failure as a choice, which is hard to do, but you can do it. Once you start to see failure as a choice that also has accompanying actions, it becomes entirely too easy to recognize when you're veering off course, and you can then immediately make the necessary corrections to get right back on track. So just to wrap this up, bring this around full circle, bring more solutions to the table. Take full responsibility for your conditions in life, and spend your day, as much of your day as you possibly can, in a state of gratitude. So I'm going to challenge you to try that. Bring more solutions. Full responsibility for your condition. All day gratitude. I'm going to challenge you to try those 3 things for the next 30 days. And then see what happens, not to your life, your world. See what happens to your world. Now, if you need a little bit of help getting and staying motivated, we all have it, right? We have a program inside Cardon University called 100 Ways to Stay Motivated. How many segments do you think are in there? Right. If you would like to check it out, if you'd like to get some access, because once it's 100 of them, but they're categorized by different elements of things we can do to get and stay motivated. And if you'd like to check that out, I'd be happy to get you some free access to it. And the only thing you have to do is visit cardonsolutions.com/10x your team. Thank you so much for listening. This has been another exciting episode of the Cardon Solutions Podcast. I am your host. My name is David Bradley. Make sure to share it. Make sure to subscribe, and be great, because nothing else pays.